Hi guys, welcome to Planet Bio, and today I am going to discuss bones. Sometimes some people say, why do you teach these things in detail? I would tell you the real fact. Actually, we must know the origin, the structure, and the function of each and every part of our body. So, to make the basics strong, we must know the internal and external structure of a body part, and thereafter we can go to study the physiology, that is the functions. So time to discuss bones. Bones are also called osseous connective tissues. Why osseous? The process of formation of bones is called osteogenesis or ossification. Ossification. It is not calcification. Calcification means deposition of calcium salts only to make a body part harder. But here it is osteogenesis or ossification. The study of bones is called osteology. Now next point. How many bones are there in our body? In human body? Earlier. That means in embryonic stage, in early stage. The number of bones, total number of bones was estimated to be over 300. Over 300. But later these bones got fused together, means a smaller bones fused together to form a larger bone. So the number of bones finally restricted up to 206 in a healthy human adult. In a healthy human adult. Okay. Next point. What about the questions? Bones, cartilages, and fluid connective tissues, they unite together to form specialized connective tissues. Means bones along with cartilages and blood and lymph, they are called specialized connective tissues. Specialized, why a specialized connective tissue? Actually, the proper connective tissue or CT proper or binding connective tissue is the main type of connective tissues. Bones and cartilages are meant for making internal framework of our body, and blood and lymph are meant for transporting nutrients, respiratory gases, excretory materials, and other materials throughout the body. So these are specialized as they make endoskeleton and as they are meant for transporting substances. So they are specialized connective tissue. This has been asked in previous NEET exam. Okay. Now, the structure of bones you can find, so far as the structure of bones is concerned, you can find first matrix. What about matrix? Matrix hard and non-pliable, means non-stretchable. Why? In the matrix you can find calcium salts and collagen fibers, which make the bones tough. We can say hard, tough, rigid, but we should not say solid so far as mammalian bone, human bone is concerned, because bone marrow is present also. in some bones. That is the semi-solid embryonic tissue, and that is meant for production of blood cells, RBCs, WBCs, platelets, like that. Not plasma, blood cells. So that is the bone marrow in mammals is supposed to be the site of production of blood cells, not plasma, as plasma is synthesized in liver. Okay? Now, what about cells? Cells are of different types: osteoprogenitor cells, stem cells, osteoblasts, osteocytes, osteoclasts. Clasts means phagocytic cells, but that we have not to study. Osteoblasts and osteocytes, two things are there. Now you see the case of maturity. Osteoblasts are young, growing and dividing cells. Young cells means they secrete matrix. These are immature and young but working. And osteocytes means mature, means they are found in a fluid filled space called lacuna. Osteocyte, suppose this is osteocyte. Okay, this is the nucleus, right? This is the cytoplasm. Huh? And now you see this type of structure you can find. Canaliculi. Canaliculi. So this is osteocyte, and this is found in lacuna. As you know, mature osteocyte, this is supposed to be the bone forming cells. This is found in lacuna. Mature and resting. Lacuna. Lacuna is the fluid filled spaces. Lacunae is the plural. Singular is osteocyte and the restroom is lacuna. Now, one more thing we have to keep in our mind while studying bones. First we have studied matrix, then we have studied cells. What should be the composition of bone? Do you know composition? Structural composition. Composition of a bone, because questions are asked related to this. You can see water is always present. Two main things: inorganic part, inorganic material. Inorganic material 60 to 70%. In inorganic material you will see that calcium phosphate, Ca3PO4 the whole twice, calcium phosphate is found in the form of hydroxyapatite. This is in largest quantity, largest percentage. Second position goes to CaCO3. Second position. So the inorganic material includes the salts of calcium and magnesium, etc. 60 to 70% of total. And organic material like collagen fibers, etc. 30 to 40%. And water is always present there. Now question is asked me, what happens when a mammalian bone is put in acid, that is HCl? What happens when a mammalian bone is put in alkali, that is NaOH, KOH? What happens when a bone is heated to red? You see here. Boys and girls, you can see questions are asked in this form. If a mammalian bone or human bone is kept in alkali base, NaOH or KOH, no effect. In alkali it remains preserved, However, the muscles attached, if attached to the bones, may be removed or are removed. But if kept in acid, dilute HCl, hydrochloric acid, it gets decalcified. Decalcified, calcification means deposition of calcium substances, materials. Decalcified means removed, means inorganic part removed and organic part retaining. Inorganic removed, organic remaining. And if heated to red, quite reverse, it becomes brittle, means it is called dried bone or bone ash. And organic part is removed here and inorganic part retains there. Okay. So three major questions are asked. What happens when a human or mammalian bone is kept in alkali, kept in acid, or heated to red? Three different things appear. So these questions are widely asked in NEET. So you must be aware of. Dear students, if you study the structure or the parts of bone, you can find the edges, the edges, the ends are called epiphyses, in plural es. The ends or edges are called epiphyses, and the middle shaft is called diaphysis. And you can see in edges or epiphyses, spongy bones are found. In spongy bones you will find interconnecting bars, trabeculae are found, interconnecting bars, trabeculae. But in compact bones, you can see, in compact bones, Haversian system is found. And this Haversian system is the characteristic feature of a mammalian bone. Haversian system means Haversian canals are found. Haversian canals are found in this way. This is Haversian canal, this is Haversian canal, and both are interlinked by a transverse Volkmann's canal. So these are Haversian canals. Means longitudinal canals are called Haversian canals. Longitudinal canals are called Haversian canals. And the interconnecting means this is Haversian canals are longitudinal canals. But the transverse canals which connect two Haversian canals, they are called Volkmann's canals. Volkmann's canals. Transverse. Why Haversian canals are found in mammalian bone? In Haversian canals, you can see blood supply and nerve supplies. Both are done. Nerve supply and blood supply. You can find arteries, veins, lymph vessels, nerve supply packed in connective tissues. Okay. So Haversian canals are longitudinal canals and Volkmann's canals are transverse canals. They make a system, Haversian system, and the unit is called osteon. And in this bone marrow is found. Bone marrow. This bone marrow is of two types. Bone marrow, as I said earlier, bone is hard and rigid, not solid, because most of the bones you can see in mammals, bone marrow contains bone marrow, semi-solid embryonic tissues. These are the sites of production of blood cells, RBCs, WBCs and platelets. These are the sites of production of blood cells, corpuscles, RBCs, WBCs and platelets, not plasma, not the entire blood, only blood cells, blood corpuscles. So bone marrow is present here. So as you find some jelly-like part in chocolate, similar is the condition here. In a bone, jelly-like tissue is there, bone marrow, and that is meant for production of blood cells or blood corpuscles. So hard and rigid, not solid. And one more thing, in birds, this bone marrow is lacking. So the bird's bones are pneumatic bones, hollow bones without marrow. Now you can ask one question, then what about the site of production of blood cells? that function is handed over to a particular part, that is organ of Fabricius or bursa of Fabrici, that is found near cloaca. Bursa of Fabricius, that is the hemopoietic organ, that is the blood manufacturing organ present near cloaca in birds. So pneumatic and hollow bones are there that makes a flight adaptation for them. But in mammals, bone marrow is present, and two types of bone marrow, red and yellow. Red is hemopoietic, means that is blood manufacturing, that is the site of production of blood cells, and yellow contains fats. And sometimes during emergency, this yellow bone marrow may activate themselves and they may start producing blood cells under emergency conditions. So what about the functions of bones? You must write what about the functions of bones, that we will write on another page, okay? What about the functions of bones? They make internal framework of the body. That is endoskeleton. They store calcium and phosphorus, right? They connect with the skeletal muscles or striated muscles or voluntary muscles. अब यहाँ पर देख लीजिए, एक क्वेश्चन आता है. One question is asked, if a fixed bone attaches with a skeletal muscles, then it is called point of origin. And when a movable bone attaches with skeletal muscles, it forms point of insertion. Okay? And now these are responsible for weight bearing functions, bear body weight, Suppose I am standing here and teaching you, the entire body weight falls on ankle bones. And if you are sitting, the entire body weight falls on some hip bones. Okay? So they bear body weight. And site of production of blood cells, as I mentioned earlier. Site of production of blood cells, not plasma. Plasma, as you know, synthesized by liver. Site of production of blood cells, RBCs, WBCs, platelets, not plasma. Okay? But it occurs in bone marrow as found in mammalian bone, lacking in avian bone, bird's bone, to make pneumatic and light bone, not heavy bone. That is a part of flight adaptation for birds. Now time to discuss types of bones. First, basis, you can see. Basis 1, texture. As I mentioned earlier, there are two types. One is compact bone, that you know, with Haversian canals Haversian system in mammalian bone, and another one is spongy bone without Haversian system, without Haversian canal, without Haversian system means compact bones do have Haversian system containing Haversian canals and Volkmann's canal. And in Haversian canal, nerve supply, blood supply you can find. Blood vessels you can find, nerve fibers you can find, connective tissues you can find. In a spongy bone, no Haversian system, without Haversian system. So trabeculae are found. Trabeculae are interconnecting bars. Okay. Compact bones are found in the shaft of the bone, means middle part. And a spongy bone, they are found at edges, ends of the bones. Basis 2 you can see. This basis 2 is ossification, not calcification. Ossification means deposition of bony material. Deposition of bony material. And calcification means deposition of calcium salts. All calcifications are not ossifications. Understood? All calcifications are not ossifications. Calcification means only deposition of only calcium salts. But here ossification means deposition of bony material, means something is going to convert into, change into bone. Okay? Suppose first one is replacing or cartilaginous bones. Means what? In most of the cases, cartilages are converted into bones with change in time. Earlier cartilaginous, later bony structure. So cartilages, if cartilages are going to be converted into bones, replacing or cartilaginous. An example, most of the bones. Initially cartilaginous, later bony. In bony fishes, what happens? The endoskeleton is cartilaginous initially and later bony. And we say that bony endoskeleton is found in bony fishes. No. Initially cartilaginous, later bony. So cartilages are being converted into bones. So most of the bones of our body and frog's body. Second, if connective tissues are going to be converted into bones, they are called dermal bones. Investing bones, membranous bones, membranous bones, dermal bones, investing bones, membranous bones means when other connective tissues, not cartilages, other connective tissues become converted or change into bones. For example, in cranium you can see bones of cranium. And third, if ligaments and tendons especially they try to become to bones, ligaments and tendons, fibrous connective tissues, they are called sesamoid bones. And as you know, this knee bone, patella bone, is the best example. Patella, knee bone. So boys and girls, you take care of yourself, you try your level best, but you take care of your health and studies. And I hope that you will find it beneficial in solving the questions of not only bones of this chapter, you will feel that it is going to be beneficial in solving the questions of locomotion and movement. So we have a strong foundation and we can move ahead. So just keep watching and try to like, share and subscribe my channel Planet Bio by Rajesh Ranjan. Good luck. God bless you.